on Friday. I got it right today.
You didn't even ask me this morning.
I got our new friend all the way from France. Please, my friend, introduce yourselves.
Hi, everybody. I'm Flavien Mathieu, and I'm the founder of the band Last Limb. And I'm here to present my new album, Open Your Mind.
It's a good album.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I know she's been listening to it all morning, and I've, since we first talked weeks ago now, I've been listening to it a fair bit and sharing it. I like it, man. It's a really nice, it's a different vibe than what I'm used to listening to, which is excellent. It's right up to what I needed, right?
I was listening to Guantanamo this morning, and I've been like crossing bands for sound lately. Like, you remember how we were talking to Ren, and I had said to him that he was like a mix between Veruca Salt and Manson, and I find that I listened to Guantanamo this morning. By far, my favorite song. It's my favorite song, and it's got this System meets Slipknot meets Behemoth sound.
Whoa.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good.
It does, though. It resonates very well with that. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. Like I just, because we deal with a lot of independent artists. Half the population listens to independent, half the population doesn't. Some people don't know that they are listening to independent. So sometimes I compare them to bands that are known, here or
mainstream,
more around the world, so that people know what that sound is like, right? And you certainly have a System Behemoth sound, and I love it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to go right into talking about the latest video that you just released not long ago. You could tell us a little bit about that. Before
we get started, though, just so everybody knows, there is a little bit of a language barrier. So we do have our questions in the chat, and there may be a little bit of French-English answering, just so people know.
Yeah, it's all good.
So Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that out there so that people knew that was happening.
Yeah, it's very difficult for me to understand what you say, but I'll try, Yeah. So my latest video, that's Hate Spank. Is that this one? For the album?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this video, I'm alone on the video. I'm making every instrument, and it's very difficult to make a movie alone. So that was complicated. So I had an old house who was my grandparents' house, and I come to this house with my little camera and a friend, and we passed a day to film every scenes I need, and I had to make the footage alone. I'm not sure about the world.
Yeah.
So I realized the movie alone, the video, and
that's quite a feat, though, to do it all by yourself like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what?
That's quite the challenge to overcome all by yourself, right?
Yeah, but for this musical project, I had musicians with me 3 or 4 years ago, but I had to change town. So now I'm alone for all the album, I was alone to compose, write, record, mixing, mastering, for the artwork. I made everything alone.
Wow.
And that was a very big challenge, but I take a long time. Some songs was composed 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh.
So I had a lot of song. I never recorded, and I had time because of the COVID, the confinement. So yeah.
Well, it allowed you
decided
the time
to
now,
record this song.
right?
Yeah.
That's definitely a positive thing that's come out. You were able to actually do the full album this way. That's pretty phenomenal, actually.
Yeah, that was long, but it's good. And I've got a second album, which is completely written, the music composed, and I'm beginning to record new songs for the new album, the second album.
That's awesome to hear. Breaking news once again here in the Boneyard.
Every show.
Yeah. So
it's like people wait and save these things just for our show.
I love it. I love every bit of
grateful.
it.
Absolutely grateful. That's
if
amazing.
If you want to bring us into our second question, Amanda.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up my chat because we did write them in the chat for the for our guests. So I just want to make sure I'm not either asking a question twice, or not asking in order. Just so we can make sure that we're doing well here.
Of course.
I think we're on any.
The name of the album and the logo.
Yeah.
Where does all that come from?
Okay, yeah, because we sorry, my phone just rang. I didn't turn the sound off like I normally do. My apologies, guys.
I've got the question.
Yeah, we are on question 2, which is where does your name come from, and how did you come upon your logo?
Okay, so the name, first name I wanted to was Black Sheep, because I wanted to make music like System of a Down. I'm beginning to compose this music because the System of a Down said they were split up. They said we stop the band, it's finished, etc. And so this was my favorite band. This is always my favorite band of the world, that's the best for me. So I said, no, this music can't stop. I need to compose music like they do, because I want more songs like that.
Yeah.
So I searched a name, something like Rage Against the Machine or System of a Down, and the first thing is coming to my mind was Black Sheep. But I wrote it Black Sheep in Google to see if I could be referenced. I'm not sure about the word. And when you write Black Sheep in Google, you have a lot of everybody, of everything, of nothing.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought it's a bad name. So I search something. quelque chose quelque chose de ressemblant en français. On dit. A name similar, you know. And and so I thought to Last Lamb, and the letters in these words, Last Lamb, we have two A, so it makes some parallelism, which was interesting to write a logo and something like that. And then I was married when I found the name, and my wife had a little boy who were 3 years old, something like that, and he had created a little the drawing with the sheep, the lamb, with
pretty cool, actually.
with a little piece of paper, you know, black and white, and put one of the other. The logo with a little lamb, black and white.
That's pretty cool.
It was made by.
I really enjoy hearing the stories of musicians adding their children into their projects. A band we had interviewed a little while ago, No Skin, I think it was their guitar player's son who did the screaming for their video, for their song, and nailed it. It was awesome. So it's nice to hear when people add their children into their projects. It's cool. So, TJ, where are we on the list for questions?
We're coming up on to question 3, which would bring us to how did you come up with the album, and how did you put the album together? We kind of already covered that.
Yeah.
You do it all by yourself like that. So let's go right to question 4. What bands do you listen to, or like your local scene, as far as inspiration and just in your community?
In fact, I'm listening a lot of things in every musical style. I'm listening a lot of things like Between the Buried and Me, or Ginger.
That's
a great band, my friend. I'm a huge fan of them, right?
I love female-fronted metal.
Yeah, that's very good. But I'm listening French band, but not very metal French band. I'm listening Georges Brassens. It's an old singer. He's dead now, but he's writing songs with incredible texts. It's but that's old French, and that's like a poet, and it's not metal at all. It's really between jazz and country or pop music, you know. I'm listening reggae too. Some jazz sometimes. I like modern jazz with complicated music. I'm very interested about the construction of the music. I'm trying in Last Lamb. It's a simple music the most of the time.
Oh, hit the wrong button.
But I'm trying to make complicated sometimes with 5 times in the the partition. I don't know how to say it in English, but
oh, say it in French. I'll look it up
so
later.
yeah. Oui, 5 temps sur la mesure. I like to listen complicated music because I learn the guitar jazz, and harmony and tempo. I learn the drum too.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to listen a lot of things to have to know everything what we can do in music. In fact, I'm very curious about that.
No, that's actually a great
so
answer.
I'm listening a lot of things, but yeah.
Oh, I'm like that too. Like lately, especially with the show introducing me to all these different artists from all around the world, it's definitely broadened my listening view of how I even approach music anymore and listen to it. Like I said, I sit down and listen to the whole album and make sure I've got the hour just to sit down and power through it. Might be doing my dishes or cooking while it's blasting, but I always make sure I listen to it start to finish, right? So I guess on to question number 5 here. Is there any shout outs you would like to give out to anyone that's helped you along the way? I know you've done everything yourself, so you can give yourself a shout out too if you
want. I'm sorry, but I don't understand what is shout outs.
It's anyone that's helped you, like your buddy that helped you did your video, or your wife supporting you through everything you've done, like
people you want to say hey or thank you to.
Oh, you first, because it's very, very cool to be here with you now. You're in Canada, it's that?
Yeah.
And that's very, very cool for me, to be listened by you first, and everybody who's listening. And I don't know, there's a lot of people, to thanks. I want to thank System of a Down, because they are the motor of my music first. And I hope to come to encounter a lot of people all around the world on a stage. This is
that's where it is.
Objective.
Yeah, we'll have a stage for you when you're allowed here. Well, I have a question when you're done saying your thank yous and shout outs. So I'm curious to know, have you guys opened up yet? Are you starting to tour and shows, and what's it like over there?
What? I didn't understand, sorry.
What's it like over there? Are you guys starting to open up and do shows again?
Not for the moment, because I have to find musician first. But I've got a good drummer, but it means a good bassist who can sing. It could be very good to have a good trio like Muse, something like that. And I think it could be sufficient, but good bassists are very rare. We don't find them everywhere. Yeah, it's difficult to find.
It is.
I agree with that.
Well, I know for our next interview, I do have a translator lined up, so
perfect.
They're not available today, but definitely next time we'll make sure they're available.
Yeah.
And
so we'll call this the introduction interview.
Introduction to Last Lamb, my friends.
Yes.
You guys,
yes.
you've
Okay.
done a fantastic job on the album. It's almost hard to believe you did it all yourself, but on the same hand, you know, that determination, that drive really comes out in your music, and you can, I don't know what to say. You can listen to it, man. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
no, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we ask this question, the same question every single show, because we try to cover everything, but sometimes we forget or we miss or we don't know. Is there anything else you want to tell us that we didn't talk about?
Not for the moment. I tried to very soon, surely this summer, new songs from the next album, and I hope you enjoy that.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Oh yeah, if it's anything like the last album, then I'm in. I can't wait.
I'm already down.
TJ and I both have public playlists, TheBoneYard and Sofa City Sounds, and your music will be added to both of those playlists. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And once again, we are reaching out to anyone who can hook us up with a radio station of our own or point us in the right direction. We want our own radio station so that we can legally just play your music. Without getting shut down and shut off.
Oh, Marie's here. Marie just popped in.
Oh, she's not Marie, ready for camera. So.
We wish you were here.
Yeah.
So we are certainly, and she's somebody that we should give a shout out to. She shares every show. She pops in for every show, whether she's here for the moment or for the entire show. She supports us. Very much so. I know that she comments on, my profile and is personal with me and stuff like that. So huge shout out to Marie. She's amazing. She's out of Montreal too. So, it's nice to have that family out there that supports.
Become our translator or even a few guys from the other bands that we know. But we'll have it figured out for next time.
Yep,
for sure.
Absolutely. So we usually get to the point of the show where we kick everybody out and keep you to ourselves for a while. So if there is anything else that we haven't covered, have to cover or anything like that, I think that we should certainly do it on the next show with a translator, so everybody gets the best experience of Last Slam.
Bonjour. Yeah. Oh, here she goes. Bonjour.
Sure.
So yeah. So on that note, TJ, I'm pretty sure you have something to say.
Yeah, I always gotta say, play it loud, play it proud, people. Fucking full
Happy
blast.
Long Weekend.
And yeah, it's May 24 weekend. Now tonight we do have a special guest coming all the way from Moscow, man. So this is gonna be a
Dark City.
So we'll see how that goes. That might be another language barrier, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
3 p.m. our time.
3 p.m. our time.
Because it's super late for them.
It's tomorrow there, probably.
Yeah. I'm getting multiple clocks that are gonna have everybody's fucking times already on the wall. So.
Yeah, well, there I should be pointing this way. That clock says, what does your clock say? 4:25?
4:25 there.
Oh, we're just past 4:20.
Well, we gotta go. We got things to smoke.
It's 4:20 somewhere.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna take us off the air, and I thank you so much.
Have a great day, guys.
An honor. We plowed through it, and next time we'll be fucking on the ball.
Yeah, and on the full hour.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Well, take